All right, we are live. Discord's being wonky. 1 second. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. So last session we did sort of end off on, I don't want to say a cliffhanger, but sort of like a inter scene sort of period where uh, you guys haven't really decided on your plan to proceed. Um, So we'll continue as best as possible, but if we get to a point where I just don't have anything prepared, we'll just have to call the session earlier than usual. Hope that's okay with everyone, but should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So, um, last session you guys had uh delivered or not delivered, recovered the um samples of right fix, which you've stored in your safe house after coming to a sort of not necessarily an arrangement, but a potential agreement with the agents of the Speedwagon Foundation, whom you had a brief run-in with. Um, Luckily for you, they seem amenable to at least trying to cooperate with you all. And you do know their foundation seems to have some sort of knowledge and connection to stands and stand users. Having encountered one of the corporation's stand users, a hound by the name of Iggy. Um, After returning to your safe house, however, you received a call from Michael Georgios, one of your old drug dealer friend who put you on this collision course with Stans in the first place. Uh, he said that he needed you all to come quick, and before you could elaborate, the line went dead. Yeah, the dial tone echoing in your ear menacingly. When you arrived at Georgios's mansion, you discovered that the place wasn't well, you know, attacked in the same manner that the um, the Yakuza had attacked it. In fact, it looked completely untouched. Entering, there was no sign of whatever assailant was uh, attacking Michael Georgios. Though what you did discover was Michael himself, standing sort of uh, at the table, almost leaning slumped against it, uh, his hand clutching the receiver for the phone. The phone having a spike of metal piercing through his ear and out the other. You were then accosted by a strange individual, not entirely human, though they weren't like a stand either. They seemed almost autonomous in some sense, acting with their own impulses and making demands of you, claiming that Jocelyn and that Jet were both thieves and demanding they return uh, what was theirs. Trying to bargain with this individual led to a fruitless endeavor as they began to manipulate metal around them, sending it almost like weapons, jagged, to attack you all. Though clever thinking from Jet led to her falling into the harbor below. With that, you all returned to uh, the safe house and planned your next move. Give me 1 second. And with that, you guys should be at the safe house.
Hello?
Hello. Is that
Here.
Rex?
Hello.
Hello. We just did the recap. We're sort of in an. Oh, whoops! I was muted. So you guys should be in the safe house. We just did a recap. Essentially, we're sort of in an interscene period where you guys haven't fully planned out where you want to go next, or what you want to do next. So, depending on that, we'll just try to get as far as we can up until where I don't have anything prepared or ready for you guys, and then we'll have to call it then. So this might be a bit shorter of an episode than before. But,
No problem.
you guys are in the safe house. You have your sample of right fix, and you have escaped whatever assailant has murdered Michael Georgios.
Well, so for context, Sprout has finally given me the transcript of the meeting that my stand was in, like overhearing when we were doing jobs for, what was his name? Juan?
Juan,
The
or the trader, whichever one.
the trader guy. So he'll Jet will reach behind his back and kind of peel a piece of paper off with a detailed transcript of what his stand printed out.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll put it on the table. You remember that strange guy that we seen at Juan's office? Well, here's what was said in that meeting. Post it in chat.
Okay. You're posting it in which chat?
I'm gonna put it in the game chat.
Okay. Let's see.
Liza will take out her journal and begin writing this down.
Oops, that's not ideal.
I wonder if he was talking about us.
Well, I'm thinking the one name that he gave was probably Michael's name. But the thing that we did fight kept calling us thieves, so
That does seem to make sense. She's gonna think for a second. We need to figure out some way to protect ourselves in here. Or we're going to need to stand watch, because anything in this room could be a death trap should that sentient stand make its way in here.
well, the thing is, I don't think it's sentient. Unless
See, it
can
seemed rather sentient to me.
I still think it has a user, and why I think that is because the man that we had seen going into Juan's office, the one that was on the dance floor while we were having our meeting. Maybe that's the user. Can I try to make
Mm-hmm.
Can I make like a paper craft in the sky of kind of using different colors to try to make a portrait of that person from my memory?
I like that. Okay. Yeah, you make like a paper mache thing.
Well, you know those collages where they use there's
okay,
a bunch
yeah.
of. That's what I was
Okay.
kind of thinking.
Yeah, all right. Sure.
Can you pull up his photo so everybody can see?
I'm. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for
Okay.
his token. Give me just a second.
Jet will hold out his arm as a cascade of colored paper will fly out, and like form this picture so everybody can see.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make one of the stand as well so we can compare them?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Let me get a copy of the stand as well.
That's no music, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Can you set it up, Rex?
1 sec.
As you create sort of two collages, sort of hovering in the air out of shards of paper.
So the thing that these two have in common is they're both looking for thieves.
Well, this is Miami after all. Thieves
It
are not
is-
necessarily hard to find in this town.
It is a reasonable connection, but Liza is right. You can't just assume that these two are associated just off that. You could look more into it, though.
Timing is just so coincidental.
Nobody's
If we want the direct answer, we might have to go down one himself.
Want to know about our stand capabilities? I don't remember.
Don't think they did.
If I recall, I don't think that Vaughn
You did
wanted
not-
us to ever return.
You did not mention it to him, though. You know, you can make a deduction.
He probably knew by the time we met him.
We're currently waiting to hear back from the Speedwagon Foundation, right?
Yeah, they gave you a brick of a cell phone, which
Yeah.
they'll use to contact you.
Okay, so that's what we're currently waiting on. Is that phone to start ringing?
Yep.
Does it have like numbers programmed into it that we could call?
No. You could use it to call with, but
Does it have, okay, so you know how phones used to have like a recall number, like a previously called number.
oh,
Does it? I want to. Just gonna check to see if there's one on it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I don't think that capability would have existed in the 80s. Like, we're talking massive, sort of brick cell phone, satellite phones. So.
Well, when did like the I don't remember what it's called, but like the phone where you put your finger in it and then spin it. When did those
Rotary?
stop being a thing? Yeah, rotary.
I don't know.
Because like when the button ones came out, those ones definitely started having recall buttons. Because they probably would know to get rid of that anyways. So we might just be on the run until we get a call from the Speedwagon Foundation. I don't think we're strong enough to take on whatever that was yet.
I need to do some thinking. I hate waiting. I'm just gonna start pacing back and forth thinking.
Eric's gonna try to see if he has anyone of this description in his files. I imagine he would have moved them over here at some point.
Okay. Roll me.
That's what he was doing on Halloween.
Roll me, yeah, I think this would just be a brains check. You don't know him specifically, though, there is an sort of like a, call it an APB out for someone that matches his description, like an FBI's most wanted kind of deal. He's been tied to what they presume as the culprit. He's been tied to the like a massacre on the port's docks of New York City. Eyewitnesses mentioned seeing this man staggering away from the scene of the crime, or at least an individual that eerily matches both the dress and physical depiction of who you saw in Juan's bar.
What kind of massacre?
30 dead.
Like traditional ways of death, like gunshots,
they
stabbings, or is it like something supernatural?
No, they believe stabbings. Most of the dead suffered from like blunt force trauma and cuts as well as punctures, so they believe like a physical fight occurred. More interestingly, it seems that the actual cause of death for most of them was exsanguination. They lost like all of their blood.
Huh. Did this happen at night?
It did, yes. The massacre was, well, the crime scene was discovered in the morning, so it's presumed to have happened at night.
Oh wait. I don't know vampires exist. Never mind.
Surely you know about folklore.
I'll just tell you guys what he found.
Is there anything in Japanese folklore that he would know about something like this?
Or would Liza, since she's a paranormal investigator, know of vampires?
Okay, you know what? I'll allow both Jet and Liza to make me brains checks to see if you know any stories about that.
Jocelyn doesn't know anything other than probably out of movies. Can Jocelyn roll for the sheer hell of it?
Sure.
Is it D6? Is it D6 brains?
Yeah,
Right?
D6 plus brains, yes. Yeah. Jocelyn, you've grown up in South America. You've heard stories of sort of the old natives, like the actual natives of South America, speak of a sort of godlike figure that once ruled South American people as like an empire almost, and this figure was known for drinking blood and being able to do supernatural things, superhuman strength, being able to slip into and out of sealed rooms, generate from mortal wounds. But that's just folklore. As for Jets, you're familiar with a story from your Japanese upbringing, something called Jiangshi, supernatural people who can absorb sort of a spiritual energy, the chi of others, though they cannot produce any of their own. As for you, Liza, you've had experience with the undead. Unfortunately. Well, not personal, but you've read reports. In 46, when the Soviets were advancing into Eastern Germany, agents of the Red Army discovered a research facility. A strange place that was overrun by rabid individuals who wouldn't succumb to bullets or normal, mundane weaponry. Fire had to be employed, as well as some strange practitioners from the far sort of southeast of India. At least that's all the reports from the KGB's recovered files claim.
It is quite possible that we are dealing with the undead. While I have had the fortune of not running into any myself, there are creatures that can drain blood and create sorts of spawn that can cause all sorts of mayhem. Ugh. Of course, this just gets more and more complicated.
I know it's the season and all, but you can't seriously be telling me vampires and zombies are real.
Is it any more outlandish than the abilities that the four of us possess?
So what you're telling me is all those movies I watched were real?
No, usually they win and kill you.
Oh,
When an undead creature wants you dead, it usually succeeds. No plucky teenagers are going to outwit it.
good thing I'm not a teenager.
Ah, and you're a stand user as well. That gives us a fighting chance. For those who don't have these tools, well, mundane means of handling the undead and stand users is much more difficult. That is why I was given the position I have.
And can these things have stands of their own?
Da. Even if animals can have stands, you can best be sure that the undead can.
Huh.
And as we've seen today, possibly, some stands don't even require a user.
Well, that's all interesting to know, but doesn't get us any closer to understanding what's going on here.
Actually, now that I think about it, it could be, you said exsanguination.
Yes.
Wasn't Giorgio drained as well?
I don't think so, right? Spot?
What was
He had,
Giorgio?
he had a metal spike through his head.
Yeah, but he also had out of character, he also
he had
had
a puncture. Yeah, he had a puncture wound to the back of his neck and was drained of blood.
Yeah. It could be that this stand user doesn't, or this stand, in a fit of rage and not knowing which members of the club patrons had the portions of its stand, were all drained in an attempt to find the missing pieces. I think I'm beginning to come together with a theory. Perhaps, Eric, you can corroborate my theory, but I think some things are starting to become clear through me. This is what I am thinking. Right Fix is a concoction that is based on the pieces of this stand. This stand, which is a collection of millions of metallic particles that form a cohesive unit. They can manipulate metal and other mechanical objects. However, when these metal objects and these metal particles are ingested into other people, it could be that instead of simply copying the powers, it fuses with their own essence, creating a new stand in the process. So, when the right fix is inhaled, some particles of the right fix, suspended in solution, are inhaled through the nose and then enter through the lungs into the bloodstream. Once in the bloodstream, they react with the user and either produce a stand or a fatal reaction. Once someone has become a stand user with the right fix, parts of this sapient stand are within them. Thus, they become a target. This is why this stand is looking for them. It could be that perhaps whoever was making the right fix, I suspect of the CIA, this stand was held in containment and has escaped containment. Perhaps that is why it has become so rare recently. Their doses are limited based on the samples they were able to collect. If we could somehow get this very aggressive stand on our side, it might help us track down the other pieces. But how we go about drawing this stand out, I don't know, unless you feel like using yourself as bait.
I don't know about you, but it seemed like this stand didn't have any will to negotiate.
Well, we beat it once, we could beat it again. And I think a deal of getting back all of the pieces except for 2 would be agreeable to it. Or, if not, perhaps a temporary truce. We can help it track down the source of the right fix, and then we part ways as enemies.
And even if that's true, all of that, the stand itself claimed that it's not the source of right fix.
It could be a lie, but the evidence is too strong. You could see how it was even manipulating the nanoparticles inside the solution of right fix.
If right fix is partially metal, then it makes sense why it would be able to do that. If it does have control over metals.
But why would it be hunting? Look, it seemed to indicate that both Jet and Jocelyn were thieves. Huh? That would mean that they have part of that stand inside them.
I suppose they wouldn't have no other way of knowing that they were users of it. Also, Jet, that reminds me. You never mentioned that you used right fix.
I didn't really have a choice. The Yakuza have been doing some of their own experiments. I just happened to be one of the subjects.
Yeah, I did not gain my stand abilities to right fix, so that is why it is not interested in me.
Neither did I.
I just did a bad batch.
Bad indeed. Well, if we do assume it's connected to right fix, then if we keep tracking right fix, we'll find them. So we shouldn't need to go out of our way to look for them. I suppose now let's let us decide what to do. We'll wait for that call.
I do know that it is of utmost importance that we keep the location of the safe house a secret, as we have very little defense against this enemy stand.
Yeah, it was extremely powerful, but it did seem to have weaknesses.
If it does locate us, for all we know, it could, and she'll point to the door over there, it could inhabit the door handle and impale our hand the moment we touch the door. Or it could perhaps and she'll point over to the to the bunk bed over there. It could inhabit the bunk bed and impale us in our sleep. Neither option I like to think about, but it is something we should keep in mind.
So what? Do you want us to go camping in the forest?
Honestly, that would be the safest course of action, but as long as it does not know that we are here, we are fine. I don't think it's capable of tracing the phone call that was made here. And, well, with any luck, there is no indication in Giorgio's hideout or in Giorgio's mansion that this hideout is here. The information probably died with him.
I think everybody should check their clothing for anything you might have picked up at Giorgio's house.
Jocelyn will.
Like look for like metal shrapnel from like the whatever was, I forget what was exploded on us, but
The
see if there's any
door.
bits or pieces, because we don't know. Because the way my stand is, I can hear through it, so who knows if they can also hear through their own if we have anything attached to us.
Liza will look on her boots and see if there's any glittery shards on her boots.
You will check
Jocelyn will
yourself.
track her track. So yeah.
Yeah, you will check yourselves over. It doesn't seem like there's any errant shards of metal that have snuck their way into your clothing or onto your person. Do a quick check over, and no metal, nothing that you can identify anyway.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, that's not possible, because if it could use parts of its stand to see and hear at long ranges, then it could see and hear from every stand user that is currently inhabiting. You have those metal pieces in your blood. It could be possible, however, that now that you have been given the stand abilities, the particles could be removed while you maintain your ability. In that case, we could satisfy its request to make it whole again.
That's something maybe the Speedwagon Foundation could look into, taking samples for blood to see if there's anything visually unusual about it.
As much as I hate to say it, I think we need to track down this stand. I think it could be very valuable to have. We'll make sure to keep it away from the hideout, but another encounter visit might be a good idea if you're willing to act as bait.
Miami's a dense place. We don't even know where to start.
I guess start at the bay, where
And
we dropped its ass off.
There are any number of right fix infused people by now. You could be going after any of them.
Well, there is one option. I could try to get my hands on a police scanner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think I saw one of those at Guns and Stuff.
Jesus Christ. No, you
If
did
we
not
get-
find a police scanner at Guns and Stuff.
If we could get our hands on a police scanner, then we could listen for any strange reports and then get there before they do.
I have one in my office. I used to track crimes when I was working officially before all this.
Out of curiosity, we gave the Speedway recommendation back the money, right?
You did.
You
You did return. You didn't rob them, if that's what you
Okay.
mean.
Yeah,
You
okay.
say give back. You mean you didn't rob them? You didn't return a lost property.
They were in no position to take it. So okay, Liza was like, I suggest that we rent a vehicle and use the police scanner to basically listen in for any strange activities. When we hear of some report that sounds like it could be a stand user or the sapient stand itself, we could respond quickly before the police do and get there first. It might give us a lead. And if anything, just knowing that the nature of stand users, we tend to attract one another anyway. We're bound to meet again. That is my suggestion. It'll be something to do, and may give us a lead until the Speedwagon Foundation can contact us again. That is my proposal.
I don't have any problems with that.
Sounds good to me.
Although, that does bring up a curiosity of mine. Speaking of speed, I don't suppose you have the capability of bringing multiple people on your back there, Jocelyn.
I can carry a lot of people if they can balance on my shoulders.
Can I make additional seats for her bike?
Maybe we can
Oh, a
get-
sidecar, Sprout.
I
A
was about
sidecar.
to say a sidecar.
All right, I'll let you make a sidecar for Jocelyn's
Yes.
bicycle.
Sidecar is what you're allowing now. Later on, it'll be the full car.
No.
Jocelyn and
Oh,
Jet
car.
combined to turn her bike into a car.
The perfect vehicle.
You
Transformation.
no car. No car.
Here's
But yeah,
horse.
you transform into a sidecar, which you hook onto Jocelyn's bicycle. Oh, Jocelyn, do you have those like little pegs along the wheels as well for people to stand on? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'll be
Yeah.
next week's those, dude.
Okay, alright. So yeah, you could definitely mount a person on the little pegs, and then one person.
I think this is too conspicuous. I think it would be better if we rented a car.
Well, it might be helpful in the case that we just send a smaller unit in and at a quicker speed. A car, while it is less conspicuous, is less useful for getting to a place very quickly, especially in Miami.
All right then. So I suppose we should go to your office and get the police scanner.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess Eric would. I will allow Eric to have a police scanner. I guess that makes sense. He is a detective. Okay, fine. Eric, you are in possession of the police scanner.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, it makes sense. So
Yeah. Makes
Just
more sense
forgot
with the
to give it
guns and
back.
stuff.
It's under the end stuff part.
so we'll head back to my office and see if it's still there.
Okay. You travel to Eric's office. When you get there, Eric, your office has been trashed.
Of course.
The door has been broken in, as if someone had like sort of kicked the lock and the doorknob, and the interior has been sort of turned upside down almost. Everything has been ripped out of drawers, and the drawers have been emptied onto the floor. The strange billboards and posters that you had up, sort of connecting everything via string, all of that has been torn down. And even the wallpaper itself has been ripped off, revealing the bare sort of drywall behind it, which in some places has been just punched in.
Well, this will take a while to clean up, but that's a job not for today. And he clenches his fists. Shit.
He swore.
Eric swore, not me. Is the police scanner still around?
Off when you look, huh?
The police scanner is, by some miracle, still intact. Yeah.
Did Eric have files on us?
No,
Eric,
no.
did you have files on?
He would have made sure to at least move the files to the safe house
Okay.
before this. Who could have done this?
Does Eric have cameras in his office?
I don't know. He's very organized, but I wouldn't say he's paranoid. I guess I can. I don't know what I roll for it.
I would say that you aren't well off enough to have purchased a full
Yeah.
CCTV
Eric's
system.
like a private. He's like a indie investigator, not like a full like well off one.
An indie investigator. But Eric, you notice something off as you begin sorting things. You see papers and lighter objects are sort of beginning to lift up off of where they're lying, sort of very slowly, almost as if they're weightless, float upwards.
I appreciate it, Jet, but this isn't very helpful right now.
Wait, sorry, what?
Your stand. You're lifting the paper.
That's not me.
If it's not you, then looks around.
It's an
Everyone,
enemy stand.
everyone, get together.
I'm gonna make cartoon fists in preparation.
Jesus. Right. You gather around Eric as you glare around the office looking for the enemy stand user. You don't see one. You begin to notice that the lighter objects in Eric's office begin to float upwards. The papers start bumping against the ceiling and remain there. Pieces of string, small thumbtacks begin to float upwards as well.
Liza's going to grab one of them with her whip and yank it down to her.
The paper or?
Yeah, a piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you grab one of the pieces of paper with your whip and slap it back to your hand.
She's gonna inspect it for anything that's any metal flakes on it or anything weird on it.
No, it looks like a normal piece of paper. It's got some words printed on it. Looks like it was once one of Eric's files.
Liza is going to then take a single piece of hair, pluck out a single piece of hair, and hold it out at arm's length, and then let it go.
Yeah, it as you're holding it out, it's already looks like it's trailing upwards. And as soon as you let it go, almost like a balloon, it travels to the ceiling and sort of spools up there, pressing against it.
There is a stand manipulating gravity here.
It doesn't seem to be affecting us, though.
No, it is only affecting items under a certain mass limit. Although, I think the field is slowly getting stronger.
And as you say that, you see a paperweight begin to float upwards, this time with significant force, as it bumps against the ceiling.
We need to get out of here right now.
Got it.
And then she's she's just gonna start bolting for the door to get the hell out of here.
As you begin to step outside, you begin to feel almost a sense of weightlessness, almost, as every step you take is almost like a bounding leap, as if something were sort of reducing how much you weigh. Outside, you can see pieces of trash, garbage, litter is all floating upwards to the sky. You see
everyone. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Can I say something?
Yeah,
everyone, hold on to me. Hold on to me right now, quickly.
Yeah.
And then Liza is going to use her stand to start activating it on her boots as she begins to walk. She'll take a step, activate it on that foot, take another step, so that she doesn't start bouncing.
All right. Yeah, you anchor your boots in place. None of you are being pulled upwards yet, but you do feel lighter. You watch as what appears to be like a rat begin sort of floating upwards out one of the alleyways. You can see it like rapidly sort of running in midair, trying to like sort of almost swim back to the ground as it's floating upwards, and it slowly begins to build speed and momentum, rapidly heading skywards.
If this continues at this rate, the entire building is going to break away from its foundations with us inside. We have to get out of here. Is there a window nearby?
Oh yeah, there's a window nearby.
She's going to use her whip to smash the window open.
You smash the window open, and as you do, all the shards, they immediately fall upwards.
Yeah. And then she's going to say, all right, out. If we, with any luck, we'll fall slower to the ground.
Right. As you all dive out of the window?
Jocelyn is going to instead ride bicycle race out, so because it's sticks to surfaces, so she can just use it to kind of go out.
Yep. Right.
And then Liza, if they're still holding on to her, she's just going to basically flick her stand on and off so that she falls to the ground at a reasonable speed.
All right. You don't really sort of fall at any sort of speed. It's almost like you're falling in slow motion. You are still, air quotes, heavy enough to fall to the ground, but
especially with the three of us, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah, the moment she touches the ground, she'll activate her stand again and say, "All right." She's gonna look around for like a trash can. Is there a trash can?
There is. There's a dumpster right here.
Is there like a smaller trash can, like a metal one? Like a plastic shape.
Like a plastic shape.
No, like the classic metal shape. The circular
okay,
with a lid.
Gotcha. Yeah. There's like in the alleys over here.
Perfect. She's gonna grab one. She's gonna grab one of the lids and yank it to herself.
Okay.
And she'll say, "This is for the glass. If they reverse the gravity, we're going to need to wait here and see what happens.
All right.
Any move we make could be detrimental until we understand what we're dealing with."
Yeah. All right. You continue to float as you can feel yourself getting lighter and lighter.
We're not on the ground?
You are on the ground, but like you can
Okay.
feel yourself getting lighter and lighter.
Lighter and lighter, gotcha.
Eric, you notice that your hat sort of like lifts off of your head and begins to float upwards. At this point, all of like your hair and your clothing is almost tugging up at you, sort of like it's sort of drifting up.
We have to get out of its range.
Jocelyn is gonna, since everybody's super light, she's gonna attempt to grab everybody like bicycle race and attempt to cycle away.
All right. You begin to...
Yeah. Liza will deactivate her stand and allow herself to be moved, but she'll say, "All right, but I'm going to freeze your bike in place if it seems that we're going to leave the pavement."
Bicycle sticks to anything. I can continue to move.
All right.
Okay, yeah, Liza's gonna hold on tight.
You guys hold on as Jocelyn, you begin to head, well, where exactly?
Far away from the office in a straight line as possible.
Alright, so you're just trying to leave? Right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. You begin to pedal away from the office as quickly as possible. How fast can you go on bicycle race again?
Very fucking fast. It's got max speed, so I forgot what that
so
is.
A speed. Let me double check. I have the PDF here. So A speed can get you. Wait, where's my speed chart? Here we go.
So it's
A speed is
164.
50 meters per air quotes turn. So I don't believe there's a specific time because it is Jojo's, but yeah, okay, you have speed A. Go ahead and roll me bicycle race's speed. All right. As you begin to pedal and get some distance, you feel the sort of pulling, the tugging in your clothing, and even sort of like the weightlessness that you've been feeling begin to reduce for a moment. And then it begins to ramp up again, for harder, much faster this time. Are you heading for a populated area, or where you're sort of reaching the end of the sort of alley street that Eric's office is on? Are you heading for like the main thoroughfare, or where do you plan on going?
Before this decision, Eric would have been being observant and looking around
Okay.
as we're moving.
Eric will be the navigator. Bear in mind that she can move in a straight line. She can just go over a building.
Mhm.
Okay. Did it look like any individual or entity was following us as we were moving?
There was no one on the ground. You can sort of see birds flying through the air, pigeons, that kind of thing. You see, like in the distance, you can sort of see like a work crew working on a skyscraper, and like they're looking at their tools as like one's like he's got like a wrench that's sort of floating upwards, and he's like staring at it. But no other living individuals nearby.
And around the time that the pole got weaker and then stronger, was there a difference in the amount of entities in the area that could be looked at once?
At that point in time, there was like a flock of birds. That was like the spike. There was a flock of birds that flew overhead.
Like when it got stronger?
Mm-hmm. When they got stronger.
We need more information. Try going somewhere more populated. Maybe that will reduce the stand's effects.
She will.
Okay. You begin heading for a more populated area. As you do, you see people that you're sort of passing by on the bicycle. You get shouts of surprise. He's sort of like weaving in between them. You get to the sort of more main street area of this downtown Miami section. There's walkers, pedestrians, and there's obviously automotive traffic. And as you're sort of like approaching a red light, the light switches. You approach an intersection, the light switches red, and the car that you're sort of biking next to begins to brake, but it seems like it's not getting any traction as it soars into the intersection right as a vehicle sort of T-bones it. And as it strikes the car, it begins to sort of slowly leave the pavement and slowly drift up and sideways as it struck. People are noticing, and there's sort of sounds of exclamation, surprise, shock.
I don't think this is working. We're just putting these people in danger. We got to go.
Okay.
As you say that, a woman shrieks as a baby begins to like sort of float out of the stroller she was pushing, and she like sort of snatches for it but misses, and you can sort of see it hovering sort of about like 8 feet up from the ground.
Over there! Over there!
I don't think you should whip it. Let me get it.
Okay.
He's gonna extend his paper to make like a small little hand cradle to grab the baby.
All right, you grab the baby, and you can see it sort of like the force is sort of pulling at you, almost as if whatever force is focused on this baby seems much more focused on the baby than you.
I think they're trying to get us to do something heroic and mess up. I don't know. Can I try to like reel my paper in? Like,
Roll me a power check, please.
Is there anything going on in the sky above the baby when this happens?
There is still a flock of like pigeons and doves flying above you. GM roll. Yeah, you easily pull the baby, applying your strength as you trap it sort of into the back. I mean, what are you doing with actually? What are you doing with the baby? As you've got it next to your grip.
He's gonna float it down, or not float it, but like swing it over to the mom so she can grab it out.
Yeah, she grabs it and holds on to it. And you can see
Probably
like her
freak-
dress is sort of floating upwards at this point.
Eric will then say, "Look above us, those birds."
It doesn't seem to be affecting them.
Exactly.
Liza's just gonna look around and see if she sees anything that's like following them or can see them, like or some like basically anybody that's following them in the same direction.
I think the birds have been following us, right?
The birds, yes, the birds have been following.
I suspect those birds have to do with the stand. We should probably get rid of them or disrupt them somehow.
All right. Well, I can't. Well, we need to get somewhere more remote because I can't just start shooting them here.
Do you think it's site based?
I think those birds might be the stand.
I wonder if it's site based though. So he'll make an umbrella to put over them. And do we like? It's besides me. Does everybody else feel like normal?
No, it is not site-based, it seems.
Okay.
We were inside a building when we were floating, right? So it can't be.
Oh,
that.
that's true.
Alright, well, let's get these people out of danger. Let's go somewhere more isolated.
Alright. Where are you trying to head to? Just, like, scene-wise, then.
Is it night?
It is not nighttime.
Let's see. Where would be a place that not many people go to? Is there like a abandoned construction site nearby?
Yeah. Not abandoned, but there is a construction site nearby. It's like a high-rise building. You can see a few work crews high up in the air, like on those little like pulley machines that head upwards.
What about a warehouse district?
Warehouse. So that would be more toward the ports / docks. You could head there, but it would be it's a fair distance.
At least then, if we go there, we'd be able to fall into the water instead. Before I've been practicing your diving.
Is that where you guys are headed?
Yeah, works for me.
Okay. You guys begin like holding on to Jocelyn as she pedals toward the docks, and you can see as you begin sort of making course corrections to head to the seaside portion of Miami. That the flock of pigeons and doves above you begins to match your movements, as it's clear that whatever these animals are, they're somehow related to the effect.
Hey, Jet, you figure you can attack them?
Oh, you guys might lose me if I go up there.
You can fly, can't you?
Can't you make little pieces of paper that will fly up at a really high speed?
Yeah, but I definitely probably won't be able to come back down.
Well, not
You
all
wanna,
of you.
if you want to launch me, then
No, can't you just release pieces of paper down here and have it fly up and hit them?
Liza can transfer power to you so you don't rise, right?
Nah, you'd freeze in place. I can't bring you back down though.
I'm gonna test something else, bro.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a colony with a. I'm gonna make a little helicopter colony.
Mhm.
Is it able to like move up and down like freely?
roll me a power check, please, for the colony. Yeah, it can move up and down freely, though. Moving down is difficult. You're not really so.
Oh, sorry,
the
that's a 5. That's a 5.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Wait, is it 2 down? It's 2 down, right?
yeah, 2 down.
Okay, yeah, that's a 5.
All right. Yeah, you can still move up and down, fine, but what's happening is that the helicopter doesn't really fight gravity so much as it's fighting the upward pull. So it's easier to just go up than it is to go down, descent. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yes, your little helicopter colony can still fight.
Okay, it'll fly up to one of the birds. Does it like move away?
The whole flock sort of begins to sort of move away, trying to avoid the helicopter, though they're still following you.
All right. Does it dodge my paper guns on my helicopter?
That's a good question. Let's see. Roll, I guess, precision for your paper guns.
Six.
Right. You see the flock of pigeons immediately scatter as one sort of does like an aileron roll as it begins to sort of fly up and over the sort of paper machine gun bullets as it straightens out and immediately swoops by, its sort of tiny pigeon claws tearing through the paper as your paper helicopter is ripped to shreds, and it loops back around, and you can make eye contact with it for just a moment as this pigeon glares at you.
It can't be. Could the pigeon be?
So we're now in a more like secluded part of town, right?
You are still in pursuit. You haven't made it fully to the secluded part of town, but you're no longer like on a main street. There's still
How
people
many-
that-
Yeah, there's still people that can see me.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to start. I don't want to drag police attention to myself. So I can't really shoot.
The best you could do, well, what you could do is you could like sort of slip into an alley. There's not going to be people there. The gunshot sound will still draw attention, but there will be no vision of you. If that's what you're trying
Yeah.
to do.
Well,
Do you have a
we'll
silencer?
we'll see if we can get. No, she doesn't. We can wait till we get a little further.
All right.
Is it legal to hunt pigeons in Miami?
You don't know. At this point, however, I will need everyone to roll initiative. This will sort of be a chase initiative.
Don't worry, it's self-defense.
So, various things will begin to occur, and as it becomes each individual's turn, I'll tell you what obstacle approaches you, and how you can respond to it. Or not, I'm not going to tell you how to respond to it. You will tell me how you're responding to the obstacles. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative. Let me add...
What's the initiative again?
It is your brains plus your... Or it's 1d6 plus your brains plus your stance speed modifier. So the plus number, not the dice. Let me roll blanc.
Oh, this is really low. Jesus.
Okay. And Liza, what did you roll?
10.
Okay. Eric, you're up first. You're still sitting in the side car of the bike, and you begin to see what appears to be a dumpster. Now that it's no longer weighed down by gravity, it begins to drift at like sort of almost like body height toward you all. where you're sort of sitting on Jocelyn's bike. How do you respond?
Say that one more time.
So, like a dumpster has lifted up and is now drifting, almost sort of at torso height from where you're sitting on Jocelyn's bike towards you.
Got it.
This is for Eric to respond to.
All right. This is fun. This is a fun idea. How much roughly does a dumpster weigh?
I'll say like 600 pounds. This is a full dumpster.
I've got an idea. So, since the dumpster is lifting off the ground right now, it's not at its full weight because of the way gravity works.
Mhm.
So, what Eric's gonna do is he's gonna stand up in the sidecar and he's gonna get ready to use his stand to body block it. Bird.
All right.
Are we allowed to set secret actions for this?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
And
Okay.
wait, do we each get a separate obstacle to deal with, or is
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Each
all-
of you is going to get a separate obstacle.
I wonder, can you hold your turn in this?
Yeah. If you hold your turn, this obstacle will compile with them. Or if you hold your turn or fail, the obstacle isn't going to go away. The next person's going to have to deal with it and their own obstacle.
Okay. All right, Eric will just do it himself then. Eric's gonna use his stand to try to body block it.
So
And
you're
then-
conjuring Imagination Dragon.
Yeah. Let me look up the range rules. How far can my stand be from me? Jojo. I think my stand can't be away from me at all, or it disappears.
Did you take the close range type? Let me see. What's your
My range is
range is E. Yeah, it is I believe 5 meters or 2 meters. Let me double check, but not very high.
okay. So what Eric's gonna do is he's gonna use his stand to body block it,
Okay.
and then with the help of the reduced gravity,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to redirect the opening of the dumpster towards the
Oh.
birds.
Okay.
And
Clever.
he's gonna activate his stand to try to fill it with we'll try to fill it with cannonballs, sir.
Cannonballs.
What about fireworks?
Fireworks. I don't think we don't have a way to set them off though.
They can just be set off.
Okay. What do you?
I
what do you
guess
say?
could my stands manifest objects that are in such a state where they're volatile?
I would say in the case of fireworks, no. If you can give me another example, yes. But fireworks, the use case is lighting them, so I would consider that a no-go. Something that is inherently volatile, I would allow. Like the use case isn't the volatility in itself.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could just have someone else light them for me on next turn if they want to do that. That would work great.
Okay. So you use your
Sure.
action to attempt to sort of manhandle the dumpster. In that case, I do need a power roll from your stand. And I will roll the object's contested roll. In this case, I believe a dumpster is 2d6.
Eric's not actually. Eric's gonna handle the dumpster himself because I just remember his stand doesn't have a
High power.
yeah.
Okay.
But the thing here is Eric's not gonna use necessarily just his strength to do this. he's going to try to hit the dumpster in such a way that the reduced gravity causes it to rotate.
No. All right, you want to? I will allow you to attempt to imbue spin into the dumpster, but you need to pass a brains check. I believe is the requirement for
Yeah.
a non-spin tool effect. So go ahead and roll me a brains check. I don't believe this is oh no, it is contested. Contested by what is it? Where's my spin? Alright, here we go. Believe in the spin. No.
It's in rank 1.
Oh, it's not.
Against 2d6.
Oh, again, it's 2d6. Alright. So you've rolled your brains?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you as you sort of begin to hit the dumpster and it begins to rotate, you can feel the centripetal energy begin to build as the dumpster begins to generate spin as it spins on its axis, floating there.
Alright, then he'll attempt to summon fireworks within it.
Okay.
Precision.
I need a precision roll, please. Yeah, you successfully summon a series of like bottle rocket fireworks, sort of filling the interior of the dumpster. Dumpster is now no longer on a collision course with you, and it is filled with fireworks. I believe that was both your action and your secondary action, however. So that is the end of your turn.
Someone light that up for me. That's it.
Alright. Liza, you see the sort of alley as you're passing through it, a manhole cover right in right in front of Jocelyn's tire begins to lift up, carrying the tire with it.
Can you say that one more time?
So the as Jocelyn is passing over a manhole cover, the manhole cover itself begins to lift up and float upwards, carrying the tire with it.
Okay, she's going to attempt to use her whip to quickly lash down at the manhole cover to stop it, so it doesn't go up any higher.
Okay, you're starting to like freeze it in place.
Well, and so she's gonna kind of hit the the side of it, so it'll angle upwards a little bit, and then she's gonna freeze it in place like that, so that we can kind of make like a little bit of a ramp and then go over it.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna hit the side. It's gonna rotate a little bit, and then she's gonna lock it in place, and then we'll just ramp over it.
Okay. Roll me a precision check, please.
You got it.
And we'll do a standard DC for that. All right. You successfully tilt the manhole cover and immediately freeze it in place once it's in the desired position. So anything else you would like to do as Jocelyn continues her journey?
You got a spare cigarette.
Yeah, she'll hand us her cigarette.
No.
No. Toss it in the dumpster.
Oh, okay, yeah, she'll well, she's not smoking one right now, so it's kind of hard for her to pull one out and light one right now.
Oh wait, you're not smoking, Maya?
No, not right now.
There's a plot point you can spend. You are
Hold up,
maybe.
no. Don't you have a negative trait for not smoking?
No, she has she can't be in darkness.
Oh, got it. Darkness is fear, dark day. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's all she can do for right now.
The pigeon watches as you guys are traveling, and you can see its eyes narrow, and all of a sudden, gravity begins to reassert itself, heavier than before, as the pigeon tilts downward, leaning into a dive as it tears down toward you, Jet.
It's a peregrine falcon, not a pigeon.
Jet, what's the plan as it's diving at you?
He's gonna make a catcher's mitt and try to catch the bird.
Right, you make a catcher's mitt. Roll me,
I'm gonna do durability.
yeah, roll me durability, and I'll roll the pigeon's speed. Okay.
Is Erica able to hype man me?
No.
He did not take his
No.
action to hide.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, you catch the bird
Boop.
as it slams into your mitt.
Does it get hurt?
Yeah. It rolled a 7, so it would take 2 points of damage. All right. Jocelyn, you're up.
Well, there's not much I can do, right?
Sorry, no. I'm thinking of your obstacle. You know what? Jocelyn, you feel yourself lifting off of bicycle race, as bicycle race itself remains stuck to the pavement. You're sort of beginning to lift upwards.
But I'm wearing the bicycle race suit, so how?
Okay. I thought bicycle. So the suit.
Yeah,
Let me double check your.
it's a.
I thought the
it's
suit
a-
was just so you could slip through things. I thought
That's
the
a close
bicycle.
range wearable power stand, so it's the track outfit and the bike, like that
I
guy
know,
from
but the
Pulp
gear.
Fight, the ice skater guy.
I thought the gear was.
Hmm?
Okay, it wasn't the gear. All right.
This is one of those cases where the stands
Yeah.
perfectly counter each other.
Yeah. No, this is perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm afraid that your stand is pretty much a direct counter to to this one.
But it's annoying because I can't do anything to it right now.
Yep. All right. Okay, let me think.
That's fine.
You know what? New plan. You see, sort of as you're exiting the alley, toward the wharfs.
Mhm.
The fire escape sort of above you, screeches with a metal howl as it begins collapsing down, pulled to the ground at rapid speed.
Okay. Do I have enough room to do a tilt and leap to the side of the building and kind of start riding on the side of the building to avoid it?
Yeah, roll me.
Doesn't-
Roll me. I guess this would just be speed. So go ahead and roll me speed,
Got it.
and I'll contest it with a stands effect.
I don't know if this class is as dangerous, but
I would say this class is as dangerous. Yeah.
all right, 14 then.
Okay. It rolls an 11, as you sort of tilt and connect with the side of the building as you continue passing alongside that. The fire escape crashing, sort of spearing into the concrete where you were riding just seconds before, as you almost make it to freedom. Alright. And I don't believe you have anything that you can interact with the pigeon currently, unfortunately.
I'm trying to think if there's something I can hit to deflect towards it as an attack. Is there any? I'm riding on the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, is it behind me? Is it above me? Like
It's in
where is
it's in
the
Jet's
pigeon?
hand right now.
Where is he?
On your bike.
Oh, he's on my bike. Okay. Would I? Oh, he's on. Okay. Uh, can he hold an attack? Is that a thing that can be done?
You can put a secret action down for an event that happens.
Uh, yeah, I'll put a secret action down with my extra action, I think that was. With my main action, what I would like to do is I would like to, if it's possible for me to do this, to focus on avoiding attacks, if that's a thing that can be done.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll allow it.
Like avoiding obstacles and stuff, like putting my focus onto that.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll say you have like a conditional effect, where as long as you're focusing on that, you can get the benefits of a moderate trait, essentially. Jet,
Yes.
the bird poops into your hand. You feel the paper begin to soften.
Oh, that's my. That's my
That's your obstacle.
obstacle.
Yes.
Okay. Before it gets too bad, reluctantly, he's going to use one of his colonies to make a diaper for the pigeon.
That is equally as ridiculous. Nice.
All right. Yeah. You create a paper diaper for the pigeon. I don't even know what. I guess this is just something that. No, you know what? It's struggling. Roll me a precision check, please, Jet.
If it helps, I guess it's gonna be a stretch.
Okay.
So he's like
This is
holding
not you
the
acting
pigeon.
heroic.
I know.
Okay.
That's not what I was gonna say. So he's got it trapped in the mitt, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big like comic mitt. So like the top is closed. It's almost like a little pigeon cage with like the how on like mitts that has like the
The
stitching.
little stitching it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So inside the mitt, I want to make a pair of hands that's going
Okay.
to assist with putting on the paper diaper. This sounds so stupid. Sounds dumb.
I mean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Precision.
It would still be precision, I'm afraid. Yeah.
That's fine. I just wanted. I didn't want it to be just the colony.
Okay.
I didn't want it to be the colony just doing it. I want to like use my whole bod.
All right. Roll me. I'm sure you can beat that. There you go. As you manage to wrap a paper diaper around the pigeon.
Oh, I'm saying it. It sounds dumb.
I did not expect this on my Friday night.
All right. Yeah. As that's a thing. That's a thing. All right. What's the plan, Jet?
My turn.
Yeah, it's still your turn.
Still.
Yeah.
Can I hurt the pigeon?
How are you hurting the pigeon?
The same hands that put on the diaper are going to try to crack this pigeon's neck.
No. All right. All right. Roll me a power check.
All right. 7.
All right. I will roll, I guess, durability. Oh, it clashes with you somehow.
Woo! Alright. Rollies. 9.
Okay. You feel something crack in your hand as its secret action goes off.
Oh my god.
Did it lay an egg?
It has to plan.
You feel.
Christ.
Stop it! Boo! Boo on you, Doge. You feel
I physically felt that one.
you feel something crack in your fist, and then it immediately gets soaked through as your entire arm gets all wet and floppy. As as I need you to roll me a durability check, please.
15.
Okay. And I'm going to roll the secret action plus the pigeon's brains.
It gets caught in the diaper. Fuck.
As it, I'm afraid, beats yours by 5.
What the fuck?
As you crush what you think is a pigeon, and the shattering of glass can be heard. As liquid begins to seep down your arm, turning paper sodden and, well, limp.
Nani?
Can I shed that layer?
Yeah, it's your whole arm. Are you just like letting go of the arm?
Well, I had it in a catcher's mitt, like, so
I
it
know.
obviously ruined that.
It ruins that. Yes, you'd have to like chop off the
Okay.
hand / like forearm essentially. That's
Yeah,
soaked.
he'll just let those papers go
All right.
into
You will.
a
You, so
mush
you.
pile.
I'm afraid you do take the 5 damage from the failed contested roll here.
I almost rolled max on that, so I don't think there was no way that I was gonna win that.
No. They rolled 3 6s. As you guys watch Jet's arm sort of just, or not arm, hand, just sort of drop away, and as it splats against the ground, you can see the pigeon sort of like curled up inside it, and like next to it was a large bottle of what looks to be alcohol or something. Some sort of liquid that's now shattered and broken, larger than the pigeon itself was. So, it seems that it had been carrying that weightless with it. But you guys arrive at the wharf as the pigeon sort of staggers almost drunkenly back to its feet and sort of shakes itself off and leaps into the air to pursue you all. As we will switch maps and switch different initiatives. We'll just reuse the warehouse map because that's the closest beach map that I have. Let me get the pigeon. As Jocelyn, you peel sort of right into the edge of the Miami Bay. The pigeon sort of drunkenly pursuing you.
It's drunk.
Alright. What's the plan? Are you turning and fighting, or what do you want to do now that you've arrived at a secluded area? This isn't, by the way, just to be clear, this isn't the same warehouse as where the trade went down. This just happens to be the only beachside map that I have. So, we're just using that. Oops.
I guess you can stand around here.
Liza is going to hop off the bike and she's going to reach into her backpack and pull out her Makarov, and she's going to kind of like kneel down and aim upwards try to get a clean shot on one of the pigeons,
It's just the one pigeon now left.
or just the
pursuing
one
you.
pigeon. Yeah.
So okay, so you guys are wanting to fight. That's just what I wanted to be sure about. Is that
Yeah. Yep.
okay? All right, we will enter normal initiative as I will make you guys have a turn and reroll your initiatives. Liza, what did you end up rolling? 14? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. The pigeon is up first, as you guys can feel the stand effect immediately resume once more, slowly ramping up. Right now, all you see is like the sand beginning to lift up off of the ground, the dust, the dirt, and it's sort of beginning to flow upwards. But it's not tugging at you all yet. The pigeon itself is going to fly over Jet, and as it sort of like does a flyby, it's going to poop on Jet. As Jet, the pigeon, takes a shit on you.
Oh. He will. Wait. Doesn't it still have its diaper?
Oh! Oh, it still has its diaper! That's big. Okay, never mind. It's going to destroy. It's going to destroy the colony diaper that you've put on it. I need it as it's like ripping at it with its like, or pecking at it with its beak. How's your colony durability? Okay.
It's just going to believe in the layers.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Roll
Leak
me.
proof, baby.
All right. Roll me. It is the reduced.
Yeah. That's okay. 4.
Okay. It rolls a 6.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. It rolls a 6. So
That's okay.
it rips apart the colony, and you'll take 1 damage as it destroys the paper diaper.
Saying that.
But yeah, unfortunately, that is its turn. It cannot loop around and try to hit you with a dive bomb. Liza, you're up.
Actually, I take it back. She's not gonna pull out the Makarov. She's gonna pull out the Sketchkin.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to use this turn to start putting the stock on it and getting it ready. Because she's going to go full automatic on this thing.
Okay. Okay.
So she's basically, you see her like open her bag. She pulls out what looks to be like a butt stock, like a rifle stock, and you see she opens the back of it, and from the back of it she pulls out like a pistol, and then begins to attach the pistol to the front of the butt stock to make like a small like little carbine rifle. As you see her basically like putting this gun together.
Alrighty. Yeah, that would be your action. So essentially, you have the assembled Sketchkin weapon at this point. But that would be both of your actions. Anything else, Liza?
Yeah, she's going to use her stand to make sure she doesn't float away. Like she's just going to activate on herself.
Got it. Okay. You won't be able to move then. Just to be clear.
You're right. You're right. She'll put it on her boots again.
Got it. Okay. There we go. Eric, you're up.
Eric will take out a top, load it with spin, load it with 2 charges spin, and then just let go of it so it's just floating in the air.
All right. So you're just charging spin and letting it float. Got it. Anything else?
Yeah. +2 top, float.
Like letting go of it is not an action. You're using your
Yeah.
you're using your action to create spin.
Yeah, normally I'd have to. I'm increasing the bonus twice, so that's
I
why
see.
actions.
Okay, got it. All right, so you're spending 2 actions. All right, got it. Okay. I believe that's.
And I'll go near something that's secure on the ground, so you can. Actually, I'll stay in Justin's sidecar. That's probably the safest place right now.
All right, Jocelyn, you're up.
I had to step away, Sprout, so I
Oh.
don't know where we are.
Oh, sorry. You guys pulled into the wharf, and I believe the party had decided to stand their ground and fight the pigeon. Um, it essentially spent its turn destroying the paper diaper that Jet created. Um, Liza is assembling her Stetchkin carbine, and Eric is creating his spin weapon.
Where is the bird?
Right here.
No, but like, how far up is it?
Oh, it's relatively close in like normal distances. In this case, that's about like 20 meters above you.
20 meters above me.
Not directly above you, but 20 meters in altitude compared
Yeah.
to you.
Okay. Got a sidecar, so I can't do anything crazy. What I
I
would
mean,
like to do is
the sidecar is not part of your stand. It is part of it is a jet construction, so you can
yes,
you
but
could
it's-
remove it.
I wanted to attack. But I think what I will want to do is, if it's over here,
Mhm.
is there any loose pebbles or loose stones that I could knock up to it?
Yeah, there's like loose gravel is floating up at this point. Sand has created like almost like a cloud around the area.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and attack that so it deflects
Mhm.
up and hits the pigeon.
Mm-hmm. All right. I would say this would be a precision roll, and it's going to
Excellent.
attempt to dodge it with speed.
Okay, adding 3, so 10.
All right. It rolls an 8 as you create almost like a shotgun spray effect of gravel and debris as it attempts to dodge it, going into like a sort of loop as the spray of gravel hits it. You can see it tear through the feathers, leaving sort of pockmarks of red.
I'm taking a secret action.
Okay. As its eyes narrow at you. Jet. Are you back? I had to step away, so I'm hoping they're back. Jet. Okay, we might have to go and just skip Jet's turn for now.
I'm gonna take a small break.
Yeah, okay, we'll take a quick 5-minute break then.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm back.
Right. I think everyone is here. We have an arm.
Mhm.
Liza's here. Jocelyn's here. Jet. Eric. Jet and Eric are not here. I'll wait for them to get back then. Sheesh. Man, it's so warm in my computer room. It's nice and cozy.
Oh, sorry, I'm back.
Hey, okay. We're just waiting for Eric.
Doja's ready.
All right. Excuse me. All right. So, Jet, it is your turn. The bird has just been hit by an almost like scattershot attack from Jocelyn.
Okay. Did Liza shoot at him?
No, she's assembling a Stetchkin carbine.
I'll pretend to know what that is.
It's a
I put a picture of it in.
Oh, is it that gun?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Alright. My turn.
yes, it is your turn.
Okay. What is it doing right now?
It pecked off.
I got wounded, right?
Right, it was wounded. It just pecked off your paper diaper.
Stop.
Stop.
Can
That is what it is.
I just attack it?
Yeah.
Or are we still
I
doing
mean,
like
how?
a chase
No,
situation?
you're not. This is combat. This is normal combat.
Okay.
We rerolled initiative, so.
Are we still feeling like sort of weightless?
Yes, it is. It is resuming the weightlessness effect.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna dive bomb it with my whole body.
It's up in the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn myself into something that can fly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll turn myself into a paper jet.
Okay.
But instead of, I can't really have a jet engine, so there'll just be little propellers.
So paper biplane, prop plane.
Yeah, but I want it to look cool like a jet.
You want? Okay. Of course. No. Yeah. That makes sense. So you turn yourself into a paper plane. What is? So you're just trying to like attack it with like your body? Is that what the plan is?
Whenever I'm into it.
Okay, roll me.
Before I do that, can I set up a secret action?
Yeah.
Okay, can the condition be if I hit?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
So is the transformation is one action, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Well, never mind that then. I don't want to have a secret action.
Alright.
So, turn myself into a jet. I'm gonna ram it.
Okay.
Hopefully being able to propel myself a little bit more because of, like, the weightlessness.
Gotcha. Alright.
Okay.
Roll me I guess this would be speed.
Can I do durability? Because I'm being enhanced by, like...
I'll allow it, sure. Yeah,
It's
durability is
yeah.
fine.
7.
Alright. It's going to attempt to dodge it by like juking you, sort of flying around you as you zoom toward it. And it rolls a 10 as it jukes around as you soar past it. As you go past it, however, its secret action goes off as gravity yanks you downwards into that pit full of harbor water. What do you do?
Well, I mean, I'm a biplane, so I'll
try to
just fly
fight.
up.
Alright, it is extended gravity, so I'm gonna need a power roll from you, please. As its secret action goes off.
I will readjust the course. 8 with an 8.
As it rolls a 15.
What the fuck?
It rolled a 6 and a 5. And then it had its bonus. So you
Hold on.
Yep.
Are these rolls, are they supposed to take into account my, like, the modifier as well?
No. Nope.
No.
You do not take into account the modifier. The bird gets the modifier because it was a secret action roll, so it gets to add its brains, which is 4.
Okay.
For brain.
What can I do with my?
bird brain, Sprout?
What can I
It
do
has
with
a
my?
1 wrong. What? Sorry. What? Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say now. Um. Tell me what happens, and I
you
float to the
plummet.
water.
Yeah, yeah. You try to pull up, but the force of gravity is too great as you crash into the surface of the water, and it begins to soak into you as you'll take.
Wait,
you rolled
hold
an
on,
8.
hold on, hold on,
Oh,
hold
okay.
on.
Okay.
Jesus. I have plot points, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the moment that poor Jet is about to crash into the water,
Mm-hmm.
he's so lucky that a fisher boat comes down, or it comes down the stream or the ocean at exactly the right time to come dock. So I'm gonna land in the boat of the fishing boat.
Okay.
And there's a
Oh.
shit ton of guns on the boat too.
No. Stop it. It's a fishing boat, you said, not a smuggling boat. Yeah,
It's fishing
okay.
guns.
Alright, so we'll say you crashed over here then as you slam into a boat that just pulls into the dock. Um, the fisherman sort of blinks in shock and surprise as this paper construct just slams into the deck of his boat. The bird is up as it'll use all of the sand and the dust and the grit that is floating in the air as it begins to swoop down toward you, Jocelyn. Its eyes glinting with malice. It begins to do like a sort of aileron roll as it swirls down toward you, and it creates an almost drill-like spear of dirt and sand that begins to plunge down at you.
Wait, is it like folded in its wings like a peregrine falcon?
No, it's just well, sort of, yeah. It's doing well, not fully because it's not doing a straight dive. It's doing like a spinning like dive at you, so that like its momentum is creating like a swirling vortex of sand that's turning into like a spear like a drill that's about to impact you. The bird isn't going to impact you. It's the vortex of sand that's going to like ram into you like a drill.
Okay. I want to try and redirect that back if it's possible.
Okay, how?
So my bike's all about momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making like a drill that's coming down towards
Yep.
me. So I would like to. It's made out of what, gravel and stuff?
Yeah, gravel and sand that sort of was floating weightless. Now it has momentum to it.
Okay. What I would like to do then is. I want to try and leap to it, hit my air brake to kind of jump off it, and then kind of use the kind of the momentum redirection to kind of break it up essentially as it is impacting.
Okay, I like that. Excuse me.
It's like a perfectly timed counter.
Okay. Sure. So you're like trying to disperse the rotational energy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Roll me I guess. What would this be? Precision, maybe? I don't know. What would you say this would be? You're sort of trying to perfectly time it, right?
Speed above
Speed?
precision. It's debatable. I guess precision would make more sense.
Okay. Precision works.
Out of 3, so 12.
All right. Yeah. You managed to disperse the sand with one perfectly timed air brake as you sort of just blast the spear drill of sand, and it sort of like disperses and sort of clatters against you with insignificant force as the pigeon pulls off from its spiraling dive attack as it swoops around. taking cover behind Eric, sort of like intervening Eric and or interposing Eric and Liza. Liza, you're up.
Does she have a clear shot on this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna light it up. She's gonna empty the entire clip, 20 rounds, just just
Duck
Oh,
Hunt.
sorry, no, sorry. My apologies. No, you do not have a clear shot. Eric, it's interposing Eric between you and it.
so it's on the ground.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, she'll just move. She'll move to right here.
Okay.
Kneel down. And before she shoots, she's gonna say, "I don't know if you can understand me, bird, but as I surrender now, I'm going to turn you into turkey dinner." And she's going to hold her action to see if this bird does anything aggressive other than surrender. Then she's gonna light it up. I guess there's no holding action, so she'll just make a secret action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Eric, you are up.
Alright. Eric will. Is me being in the sidecar hindering Jocelyn in any way?
I would say like she can't use her phasing abilities while you're in the sidecar. Oh, sorry, while the sidecar is attached to Bicycle Race. But other than that, Bicycle Race is strong enough to support your weight and the sidecar's weight. It's not going to encumber it.
Okay. Eric will try then. He's got some plans.
All right.
He's gonna take his lighter he keeps in his pocket, like his actual lighter.
Yep. Okay.
And he's gonna throw it at the bird.
You're going to throw the lighter at the bird. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is the bird on the ground or something?
Yes, the bird is on the ground. That is. It was using air.
Is it flying or did
Like
it land?
it landed. It was like positioning Eric so that way it was providing cover against Liza.
Okay.
And we came in from this way, right? In this direction.
Yes, you did. You came in from like here.
Perfect. Yeah, he is just gonna forcefully throw the lighter at the bird.
Alright. I guess roll me wrong. What would you say?
Isn't it precision to throw it?
He's
It's
not
not my
using his
stand,
stand.
Oh.
I would say it's
he
probably
is more trying to aim. He's more trying to aim well than do damage.
okay. Then yeah. Roll me a. I'll allow a brains throw. Why not?
And it's just a lighter, so it might not hurt that much. But
It's going to
He is
attempt to
aiming just-
dodge, but it's going to roll an evasive.
I'm afraid it's not going to do that because my secret action goes off.
Alright, what's your secret action?
So when I threw the gravel up at it earlier on, the gravel had my sticky treads on it, so it struck its wings and made it sticky. It was flying okay, but when it folded the wings in like a dive or other maneuver, aka it landed and folded the wings onto itself, it basically sealed the binding, so it's unable to remove the
Alright.
wings from its body.
Sure, okay. Roll me a secret action check. I would say this is actually pretty
It's very
advanced.
specific.
Yeah, so I'll give you a 3d6 on this one. So 3d6 plus your brains, please. And it's going to attempt to
Dislodge the
dislodge
the stuff.
itself. Yeah. So
That's a 12.
it fails. It is stuck to the dock. As Eric, it cannot counter-roll against you, as the action that Jocelyn took prevents it from doing so. It was attempting to dodge. It can no longer dodge due to the secret action that she had taken. Your attack automatically connects. I guess a lighter would be, call it like 1d6, I'd say, plus your
Sure.
brains. Actually, you rolled it, so 5, yeah. So or 9. 4.
the bird would notice it now has some fluid on it, as I guess sort of my secret action goes off already.
Okay. What's your secret
He
action?
gets before Eric threw, he'd actually partially dismantled the lighter to make it
Okay.
loose,
Yep.
thus causing the lighter fluid to leak out.
All right.
So now the bird
Is
and
coated in is lighter fluid?
Par-
Okay.
yeah, that's his turn.
All right.
So he's no longer in the car.
All right.
He'll go over here so he has something to hold on to.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get out of the sidecar. Got it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh wait, here's one more action. He'll take out another top and start spinning it and let it go.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah, Jocelyn, you're up.
I run over the bird.
All right. I guess that would be a power roll.
That's foul play.
Okay.
Liza's just gonna mumble. I suppose talking to the bird is now off the table.
She's attempting to knock it out.
I'm going to say that running over a bird is not particularly dangerous in this case. So this would be still a 15.
No, say if I did something dangerous, I get a +3, like in the similar vein to how people like suffer.
Oh, okay.
penalties.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
So if I like do something super safe, I get -3. If I do something really dangerous, I get +3.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. What was it? Whew. Huh. Okay. It's going to attempt to counter. Hmm. Yeah, it's going to attempt to. Man, I have no idea. It's stuck. All right. Yeah, I guess it would just take the 15 damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to spend
It's 18.
18. Yeah, I'm gonna spend. Let's see.
Not
If I
resolve.
spend 2 resolve points, and I'll reduce it by 10, so it takes 8 damage. As you sort of ram into it, and it sort of like leans to the side, and you can see it sort of like you hit it with the tire, but you don't quite manage to run over it.
Mm-hmm.
As it looks battered and bruised, and you can see it sort of like bleeding from where your tire sort of ripped feathers free.
Are you guys seriously trying to talk to a bird that's trying to kill you?
Jet, you're up.
What's this boat guy doing?
Devon War.
Oh, jeez.
Stop it.
What's this boat guy doing?
The boat he is too shocked. He is like stammering, stuttering to himself, eyes wide, terrified of what's going on.
Are you more terrified of this man plane or somebody running over a bird?
He's terrified of you. You are the problem.
He will transform back into himself,
Okay.
and he'll peel a few hundred bills off his arm and give it to the dude and jump out of the boat.
What?
They're fake money. It's fake money.
Okay. All right. You will leave a colony with the guy on the boat. Yeah, you jump off the boat back onto the docks.
He'll say thanks for the ride.
Okay.
And then he'll run over to over here.
Okay.
Or wherever I can't get super far, so.
You have yeah, there you go.
20?
No, 15.
15. All right.
I believe. Or was it 12? It's either 15 or 12 meters. Let me double check my PDF. Keep forgetting the base movement speed for people.
So do I. I don't usually walk around.
Movement, 10 meters per turn. Sorry.
Oh. Can I use my main action to just...
Yeah, you can use an
Move?
action to dash essentially.
Okay. I'm gonna go closer.
So you do have 2 actions, so you can move 20 meters this turn.
Well, I transformed myself back into a
Oh,
human.
right. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Jocelyn, the bird is having none of this, as it's going to. You know what? It's going to try to peck free of the sticky grit that is pinning its feathers down to the dock.
Is that durability?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a durability roll because this is your stance, like not power, but like its ability.
That's also going to set off my secret action.
What's your secret action?
If the bird tries to, if the bird basically doesn't surrender, she's going to light it up with her sketchkin.
Okay. Yeah, you go full automatic with the Stetchkin. I'd say this is a relatively base secret actions. This will just be the regular 1d6 plus your brains, I would say. Alright. As its secret action goes off, as you shoot at it, the bullets immediately soar upwards. I'm gonna roll its stand power roll against your secret action. Or no, I guess it'd be its secret action against your secret action. It was equally obvious, so we'll do its 1d6 plus brains. As the both of you clash, so go ahead and roll again. As you both clash again,
Oh my god.
go ahead and roll again. As damage is now quadrupled.
Is there something I can do to re-roll that, or
Yeah, you can
anything I
spend a resolve. Yep.
Uh,
Reminder: you can only resolve once per
yeah,
roll.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do
Alright.
that. So I just re-roll.
Yep.
There we go.
As you beat it, as you unload fully automatic, and as the bullets leave the gun, you can feel the effect of the bird's stand take hold. But you were prepared for that. You knew the bullets were going to curve upwards.
So I aimed low.
You aimed low as the bullets curve perfectly in perfect trajectory, riddling this pigeon as bullets tear into it as you defeat Wonk.
This bird has given us more problems than
Nice.
the entirety of your villains so far, Sprout.
I didn't have to use my plan.
What do you mean?
Of course, he'd make the bird OP.
It's not OP, it has shit stats.
Full brains, dude.
It's a 4-brain bird. It's
You beat my
But
15.
If
bro.
it was a crow, I'd be like, okay, but it's a pigeon.
Liza will empty the magazine of the Stechkin and then say, you know, some stand users think they can outsmart me, but, well, not many stand users can outsmart bullets.
Boo! Boo! Alright. As you feel your weight begin to settle, the vast cloud of sand, dirt, and gravel slams back down as normal gravity reasserts itself. And you all feel yourself sort of your weight reassert.
That's a relief. It was getting pretty hard to hold one to my head.
That was annoying. So great, we gotta fight the wildlife as well.
The question is, did somebody send it to us? Or was it more of a natural phenomenon? I doubt that there are many, well, birds getting access to right fix.
It was a little violent. It was a little violent for a messenger pigeon. And it did seem keen on specifically targeting us. So it's not the worst assumption to make that someone did send it.
So it's like some kind of messenger pigeon.
And let's see. Can I check the the bullet riddled body for anything?
Yeah. Roll me a brains check. Okay.
We roll with the resolve.
Okay, you reroll with resolve. Okay. You would know this as a expensive breed of racing pigeon. Particularly well known for both its speed as well as its ability to essentially locate things. It has like a biological like compass almost. More interestingly, you find in a band around its leg, sort of like a metal, almost call it a name band almost. Engraved in it are sort of Japanese letterings.
Here, Jet, I can't read this.
He will read and translate.
All right. You read it. It's like a Japanese phonetic spelling of the English word blank.
Like it just says blank on it.
Yeah, like the like white, BLANC, blanc.
White. I don't know. This means nothing to me.
Are you drawing a blank there, Jet?
You don't happen to have any connections with people who race with birds, do you, Jocelyn?
Bird racing, that's a bit out of what I do.
There's the shot.
Did know a guy who had the name of a bird that did racing, but that's the closest.
What? No, not a Tony Hawk reference. Unbelievable! You can't keep getting away with this.
I suppose we can keep this. I'll keep the band. And other than that, it's a pretty standard.
Yep. All right.
Well, we got the place scanner. That's what we're here for.
You do have Eric's police scanner. That is correct.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
It's engraved. But I mean it's Japanese. You can assume that there's only really one organization of Japanese individuals here in Miami.
Is there anybody I know within the organization that races pigeons?
No one that you were familiar with. It's sort of like a hobby, not business thing.
Okay.
So it would have been someone you were friendly with, and you were not friendly with anyone in particular, let alone like people that would keep pigeons. Alright. But yeah, what's the plan from here?
Is this truck? Is there a vehicle here?
I'll say there's a vehicle there. Yeah, you can steal the vehicle.
Yeah. Liza's gonna get a vehicle working that we can get into,
You hotwire a car.
and then she'll say, "We can use this for now, and then if we need to get somewhere faster, we can take the bike."
Fair
All right.
Alrighty.
Just
But
gonna
yeah.
have the bike parked in the back.
Yeah, perfect.
She doesn't need to strap it down; it just sticks to the surface.
Jesus, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's how it works. Yeah. Okay. And now you guys are sort of roaming around, attempting to
Yeah.
find.
Yeah, we're trying to be used. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to make use of the time. So
Yeah,
with any luck,
gotcha.
we'll encounter something useful
You're
while we're.
trying to encounter a stand user while driving around.
Well, I mean, but more specifically, using the police scanner to hone in on disturbances that sound like they could be, reports of unusual activity.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It might be more convenient for you if you sit in the back, Jocelyn, where your bike is.
I thought as much.
I'll be right back.
All right. And with that, I will prepare next session for next week.
I am afraid I can't. I won't be able to play until after MagFest.
Okay. All right. So we can't make the 16th. I can't, or you can't make the 16th. I can't make the 23rd. The 30th is too close to MagFest. The 6th is
MagFest.
So our next
31st.
meeting would be the 13th of January then.
Yeah.
So we will-
Unfortunately,
Yeah. Okay. That's
I'm
fine.
going-
No. That's fine.
Christmas.
We'll be on hiatus until the 13th of January. Yeah.
A month of free Fridays.
Yeah. Well, all my games are kind of ending pretty much at this point and picking up after MagFest. So I guess it's like a month break.
All good. All right. Well, I hope
Well,
you all
thank you for running it. It was awesome.
enjoyed
Thanks, bro.
yourselves. I will see you, I'll see you guys throughout our period of time, but we'll meet up on the 13th of January again.
In theory, you could
Okay,
run it on.
maybe-
You could run it on Friday night at MagFest.
I don't want to run it at MagFest.
Yeah.
No, that'll be weird. But yeah.
Nah.
Plus, it's too much. I'd have to stream on my laptop, and I don't want to do that.
You do a
Nah.
secret session. Exclusive MagFest only. You had to.
So, yeah, you have to
Jojo.
be there. You have to show up to the live session at Mag. No, we're not doing that.
Jojo LARP.
Jojo No,
Oh,
next year.
we have
Next
to
year.
pose. We have to pose in
Yeah.
real life as we do the abilities.
Yeah, we'll do it next year. Next year we'll schedule we'll book a panel at MagFest, and will be an official panel and live stream our game.
We should try to make it like a yearly thing if we can, like at least meeting up for MagFest and other events.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it'd be fun. All right.
Or will we get there and just absolutely fucking hate each other?
It all depends on how the first one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
Well, it doesn't have to be MagFest, maybe other events as well. But yeah,
So I gotta do one in Canada.
No.
Canada
Canada
Fest.
sucks.
What
More
the
like
fuck does that
Canada
mean, dude?
ass.
You should come to London Comic Con.
Big
No,
booty.
the UK sucks.
Nice, I can try tea, I guess.
You can try tea. Tell you what, Doge, I will bring you tea.
All right.
For free?
Thank you guys
Tea?
for
For
playing.
free?
And
Thanks, bro.
Thanks
All right,
for
see ya.